Jeweler, round 4. Here we go. So basically, I was pulling wire for this ring I was making. And, I got it down to zero point 0.9 on my plate. That's what it said. On my plate, it said 0.9 millimeters, the wire. And I should have measured and counted how many I was going to get on the wire. And basically, I only got half as much as I needed. I needed double the amount. So I'm stuck in Manhattan. I'm like, what am I going to do? I had a piece of platinum that I started pulling, but it wasn't pulled down all the way to 0.9. So I was like, all right, maybe I'm going to go buy a wire from a store. But here's the problem. If I buy a wire, it may not match exactly the thickness of the wire that I have.
That's right. It might not be the same alloy.
Might not be what it won't be the same. And so I was like, I gotta call the client and say, listen, I'm gonna need a little more time because I gotta go back to New Jersey and I gotta pull the wire because I gotta make sure I'm using the same plate and make sure I get the same thickness. Otherwise, it's gonna look funny if it's like awful. Even if it's slightly off, it's just why? Just wait. Like I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna put
unless it's a Baroque design, then you could hide a bagel in it.
But no, it's a precise design. It got to be both sides precise. So I went back and I pulled the wire and I'm like, all right, if I would have went the lazy way and bought the wire, it wouldn't have turned out as nice. So tale of the jeweler where you can be lazy and mess it up, or you know what, you got to wait a little bit, pull it manually.
You know what? Window on the driver's side.
Let's see how this ZBrush works. You want me to play around with it a little bit right now?
Go ahead. Yeah, walk.
Okay. So
it was a miracle, man. It was a miracle.
Usually I hit the comma, and that would make the thing disappear, but it's not hiding.
Click hide. Yeah, just hit hide. Oh, comma will knock that out. That top box.
Yeah, maybe I'm not. Oh, yeah, comma. Yeah, so comma works. Okay, good. All right. So
do you like ZBrush?
Yes, I love ZBrush. So
what do you like? Do you like T-splines better than ZBrush?
So the next thing I do, I usually click on the star, and you see that brings up all the commands.
Yeah. You got to put that star in there, man. And then TF.
I don't need the star right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna minimize this, and then we have the sword here. Let's.
Boom.
All right.
It's not even half an hour.
All right. So share screen. Let's see. Here we go.
I can press that. I think I can press that too.
No, don't worry about it right now. Okay, here we are.
Got it.
All right, ZBrush 2020 in the house. And we have this normal screen that opens up once you are launched the software. First thing you want to do is just press the comma button to hide the toolbar. You can also just click on hide right over here. But I just like hitting the comma buttons a little faster. And I'm going to left click once onto the star to open up the menus down here. As you see, it appears now. Now we're going to slide down to the import button down here. We do not want to use the one that's up here.
Good
on
news.
The top
good
of the
news.
tool. Okay, we're gonna left click, and you see how the left click turns. The arrow is up and down, pointing north and south.
Yeah.
Okay, once you see that, you're gonna left click, and then you can slide the options up and down. So we're gonna slide a little bit down, get to import, left click on import. Now we have our options here. We want to turn on merge by left clicking once on it, and orange highlights the button. Now we have two sliders. We're going to slide them from the left to the right to the max, try to quad, and weld all the way to the max. We're going to click on the import button, and it's going to bring a dialog box up. We're going to navigate to where the file is, which I had saved on the desktop, called Sword P. I'm going to left click on that, click on open. It's giving me some errors, so we're going to run into some troubles with this file, but I'm going to show you how to fix that. Hit OK. Left click and drag. Hit T and F. Now T activates the editing mode, and F zooms in and basically has it centered in the viewport. So now I'm right clicking to rotate the object. Right clicking and holding, and then right click and shift will lock into different positions. and right click and Alt will pan. Okay, and now what we want to do is we're going to now go back and left click and slide down to our subtools over here. We're going to left click on subtools and we're going to make a duplicate. All right, we got a duplicate over there. Now we're going to go down to the bottom one by left clicking, and now we have selected this layer. It's kind of like layers in Photoshop, but it's not. It's you know, it's different software. We're going to hide the top layer, and we have the second bottom layer active. And from here, we're going to now close the subtools, open up geometry by left clicking, and going down to this option called Dynamesh right over here. Left click on Dynamesh, and we don't need a high resolution here because this is a, you know, a simple file. But you know what? Let's jack it up a little bit and see what happens. Let's go to 900 resolution. Normally I stay around 400, but because we're gonna have errors, we're gonna up a little bit to 900. I click on Dynamesh. It takes a moment, and here we go. We have our errors right over here. Let's zoom in by holding the Alt button down, right clicking, and then moving the mouse a little bit, and then let go of the Alt, and now you're zooming in. And then again, Alt and right click to pan, Alt, right click and wiggle, let go of the Alt button, and pan, and you pull downwards to zoom in. So here we are. Here are the errors. How do we fix this? Well, probably in this case, I would hide them by hitting the Alt and hold on, Control.
You're not using a pen.
Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. I ran out of steam. Which one is it? No, it's Shift Control Alt. Yeah, there it is. All right, there we go. Control Shift Alt, and right here I'm able to start hiding these errors. You see that? Control Shift Alt, left click and drag this little box over, and it hides the material that we want to get rid of. Now, if you hit Control Shift, and if you move up to this left, you see this little brush box here?
Yeah.
Left click on that, and then use Select Lasso. Now I'm keeping everything held down. I have my Control Shift held down. I'm going to left click on it, and now I'm going to let go of everything. Then I'm going to go Control Shift left click, and now I have the selecting with the lasso, which gives me a more accuracy. And if I hit Alt, it turns to delete. So now I let go of the left mouse button, and those are deleted now. So cool. We can just keep on going. And we zoom in by Alt, right click, and here I'm zoomed in. Control Shift Alt, left click, and draw your lasso around the material that you want to remove. I'm going to keep navigating. And here we go. I'm going to now remove this material here. Cool. A little bit more down here on the bottom. And when I zoom out, we're going to see, all right, that's pretty good. Now, remember, this is jewelry. We don't need to be, you know, super, super perfect here. All right. So the next
What do you mean?
thing,
That's why we're here. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
now, I usually have a shortcut menu here. What I got to find now is...
Where was that last? Show me where that last new thing was.
Oh, yeah. So that's, you hit Control Shift, and you see the brush dialog box.
It pops up. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
you click on left, and then we're gonna choose Select Lasso. The default is Select Rectangular.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Forget that. Yeah, forget that.
That's the default.
Okay,
All right.
cool. I just learned some new stuff. Yeah, that last new stuff, I never use that. Keep going.
All right. So I gotta find Delete Hidden right now. Just give me a second here, because I usually have a shortcut. I just installed this, and I need to set up the shortcuts.
So you're really a geek.
No.
Computer geek.
Yeah. It's true.
No, it's okay.
Nothing wrong with it.
I'm not complaining.
here I am forgetting where this is. Hold on. It's not subtool, right? Subtool, append,
I can't
delete.
remember where it is. I had to email Gene. Gene, how do I delete?
No, 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 no. We don't need to do that. I got
Don't
an
call.
easier
Don't call
way.
Gene.
All right, so here,
Don't touch Gene.
here.
Where?
I'm gonna go. How? So this is a good lesson. When you don't know how to do something, you type in Google how to delete
You got it?
hidden in ZBrush. All right.
How about ZBrush? How about ZBrush?
All right. Control Shift, blah 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 blah. In Tools, Geometry, Modify Typology, click Delete Hidden. All right. So Tools, Geometry, Modify Typology. Tools, Geometry, Modify Typology, Delete Hidden. Oh, there it is. We got it. All right. So you see, now we can go back to Geometry, Dynamesh, and there's a Close Holes button that I want to do. But if we just run Dynamesh again, it closes the holes. And you see that? It's all
Cleaned it
closed.
up. Yeah, cleaned it up.
Well, if you really, really want to clean it up, you can go, okay, now I use the brackets on my keyboard. You know where you know where the letter P is on your keyboard?
Yeah.
To the right is the bracket. So I
Yeah.
use the left bracket to make it smaller, right bracket to make it bigger. I just find that easier. That's
That scales the brush?
yeah, you see?
That thing?
Yeah, the brackets.
Really?
So I
Because
find that
I've been using scale. I've been using S for scale, but it doesn't. Wow, I like that better.
it's faster for me. And then I hit Shift to smooth. Okay, and then I press the button. I smooth it. Now you see it's a little too.
Yeah.
You see it's a little too intense. So I'm gonna undo that by Control Z. And then I'm gonna hit Shift. And if you look on the top, you see the intensity over here. I'm gonna drop the intensity by half down to, let's say 26, and then Shift and see how that works. And that works better. You see, that's better. It's less,
not as intense.
not as intense. And I just go
Intensity.
and I smooth out the edges. And that's how I repair these kind of bad import models. If they don't come in, they don't always come in perfect. So you got to sometimes have your tricks on how to fix them.
Sure.
So
If you want to keep going forward, keep going straight.
So yeah, so that way it works, So that is working pretty good. See that? And now it's Dynamesh. So now you can do whatever you want. So if you really want, you can go to your brushes here. And which one do I like? I like the where's that brush? Damn Standard. Yeah. So I just hit D, and that zooms into the brush's name D.
Oh, really? You hit D and it'll find Damn Standard for you?
So there's Damn Standard. I left click on it, and Damn Standard cuts in. So this is like I'm carving in, like, I'm gonna write M.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
And then you can do that, right? So besides carving in, if you hit, I believe it's if I hit Control, no. If I hit Shift, no. Hit Alt, yeah, okay. So if I hit,
wait a second. You have a total of 387,000 points.
Don't worry about that.
No, it's really smooth. It's clean and smooth.
So Alt left click will make it come outwards. So if you look, you have inwards and you have outwards.
Say what? If you hit Alt, hold Alt while that?
You see, instead of digging in,
yeah.
It's coming out. So let me go back a little bit, and then I'm going to increase the intensity here so that you'll see the difference.
Deeper.
There. See it? So I just increased the intensity, and now you see
one
is going.
And all you did is hit Alt.
So I flipped the brush around, basically. Instead of digging in, it was digging out. So this is good for like doing designs on the piece. You know, I like doing different kinds of things with it, you know, and you start to get like creative with it because now I
Yeah,
have
it's just
this,
quicker. It's quicker to put stuff up. Yeah, it's just quicker to get something up there, a precise line.
you know, and now it starts to look handmade, organic, and you know, tribal or whatever. So this is really the workflow that I use for this. And then once I'm done here, uh, I bring it back into, cool, right? I bring it into, back into Rhino. And the way I do that is now I'm going to go and,
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Hitting the next to P. I like that a lot. That's
so,
awesome.
so now I'm going to click on export and we're going to keep the OBJ. And usually what I type is out of Z, meaning out of ZBrush. And I'm going to minimize ZBrush. Let's maximize Rhino. And we're gonna hide these by using the dim light bulb. We're gonna click on File, Import, and we're gonna import the OBJ that's out of Z, and we're gonna hit Open. Click OK. And boom, we are in Rhino. And just to show that this is the same one out of ZBrush, I just rendered it, and now you can see all those details that we did in ZBrush is now in, what's our program? Rhino.
You had
And
that screen up? Is that screen up yet?
do you see it?
No, I just see. I'm still in ZBrush.
Oh, okay. All right, then let me close this. I know why. It's because I'm sharing the screen. I gotta stop share screen. Let's. I gotta open Rhino.
My friend's friend from childhood son got shot in the face yesterday in Williamsburg.
That's
Random.
horrible.
2:30 in the afternoon. They opened the car door and just shot him twice.
Oh my God! Is he like surviving?
37 years old. No, he's dead.
Oh no!
Oh yeah. Broad daylight.
All right, let's talk about it in a minute. So
Sorry,
here we go.
Sorry.
We're in Rhino here. You see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we go under File. We're gonna click on Import, and we're gonna import Sword P1 out of Z. Click OK. Actually, click Open. Keep the default settings. Hit OK, and you will see once it's imported here. I'll go into Perspective by double clicking. And right now you can't see it because it's a mesh.
You could go to render and just hit. Yeah.
So I right click and I hit render, and now you can see that the details all showed up and now are in Rhino. So one of the things I wanted to show you was what we have here. So we have right now a mesh. A mesh is different than NURBS because it has these triangles inside. And what we're going to do is we want to offset this because you remember we had the problem with offsetting that complicated surface.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is you're going to select on your NURBS, like pretend this is NURBS. You're going to click on mesh and you're going to say from NURBS object, and that's how you convert a mesh. Since we already have it converted, I'm going to go under mesh and I'm going to hit offset mesh. And usually 0.1, that might be too much. So I'm going to go 0.08. All right. And it's showing you a preview here, but it's offsetting it inside. So you're going to say flip. And now it's exporting it. It's offsetting it outwards instead of inwards. Make sure to click on solid and hit OK. Now, if you look up here, you see it's not blinking right now. That's because it's working. So it's going to take a minute. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Hopefully this thing bangs it out. Are you there, Thomas?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. So just give it a minute. This is a pretty oh yeah. I didn't, you know what I should have probably done? I should probably have reduced the mesh in
Oh,
ZBrush a
because
bit.
it's got that what was it, 387 points?
Yeah, you kind of want to be under 200,000. So this may fail just because I had it too high. I should have reduced triangles in ZBrush. But let's see what happens. All right, it's taking forever. Let's give it another minute. Usually Gene says, go walk away, go get a coffee.
You guys told me to go ride my bike.
Go ride your bike.
I'm like,
You
what?
know, go for a run, lift some weights, you know.
Listen, I have gone and taken a ride to the river and come back, and it didn't work. It just failed. I swam in the ocean yesterday.
Oh, really?
61 degrees.
I should have went. I was supposed to have gone.
I was tempted to go today, but I thought, you know what? And then I got busy. I just got busy with some stuff. And then I just got back. I found some stones I needed. Some rubies. Scooby Dooby, Ruby Tuesday on a Thursday.
All right, I'm gonna escape it since it's not. I'm gonna crash it on purpose. Close program. All right, let's try it. You see me?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to ZBrush for a second here. I'm going to reduce triangles. Now, how do we reduce the triangles again? Z remesher, if I remember correctly. Oh no, we dynamesh with lower resolution. Let's do that.
I like using Z remesh.
There we go. 60,000 active points. Much
okay,
better.
I'm not in ZBrush.
Yeah.
Down to 60,000?
Down to 60,000. So let me just export this. Hit save. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to run Rhino again.
So you had like 387,000 or something.
Woo! That's a whole lot of pixels.
Yeah, it was a lot.
That's a whole lot of. How many lumps you want? 3 or 4. All right. File. Import. Freaking thing with the Z. And you hit the OK. And there we go.
Oh, yeah, you can see through it now. Now you can see through it.
It's less dense.
Now you can see through it.
Now we're going to go under mesh, offset mesh, flip it so it goes outwards. Click on solid, hit OK. And you see, there he goes, done. See, when it's blinking, that means it's done. So now this mesh has been offset. So the way I can prove that it's offset, I'm going to do Control Z, and you see it went smaller. Control Shift Z. Yeah, I go forward, backwards. See, you can see it got 0.1 bigger. See that? And the reason why you want to do that is because for polishing, shrinkage.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why you do that. What do you think, Thomas? Was that not a good lesson for you today?
Yeah. I like the what I really like is the merge at the bottom, that slider business that I never used. This is handy too. Now you use this on what? Your complicated stuff? Super complicated?
I mean, I use it all the time. This is my workflow. This is what I'm teaching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I basically go between the software packages all the time, and I think it's super important to be able to work seamlessly between the two softwares. Even if you don't have T-splines, you still can work between the two. But T-splines does help a lot with modeling certain situations for me.
But are
Uh,
you going to make this into a? This goes from
but I think Rhino 7 has it built in.
uh, you take a mesh and flip it into an STL. Is that what you do?
Well, you just export STL. If you're ready to print, you just select it, file, export selected as STL. And then, the
Okay, so
plant.
you're skipping. Okay, you're skipping. All right, you're skipping T-splines altogether.
Yeah, I don't need T-splines right now to print this. It's a mesh. You're good, you know? And here, you see how it's rotating weird? You see I'm trying to rotate around and I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
Double yellow circles inside hourglass. I mean, a magnifying lens. It's called zoom selected. So you left click on that. So you choose the object, left click on it. And now when I rotate, you see how much better it is? It's now centered around the object. That's why it's called zoom selected.
Yeah, you like that. You like that a lot.
I'm telling you, it was a game changer for me. Absolute modeling game changer for me to understand how to, move around the software. Especially when you're like, say I want to go and work behind certain detail and I can't quite get there.
Yeah, underneath something. Yeah.
You gotta be able
The bottom,
to zoom.
the bottom.
Yeah, and the best way is when you use zoom selected in order to focus on that certain object. So that's how that works the best. All right, Thomas, you want me to send you some homework?
I got homework. Let me tell you. I got homework. I got my own homework.
I was gonna say just to.
I'm looking at a flower right now I made.
I was gonna send you the sword file, and then I just want you to do a little drawing on top of it, and you can send me a screenshot. That's fine. Just so you know, and bring it back into Rhino, and then offset the mesh. That would be your homework.
Whatever. I'm gonna do this right now. I got ZBrush open right now. I got a flower I made a long time ago. I got to thin it out.
All right, you want to share the screen and show me?
No, it's on another computer.
Oh,
It's
a good idea. It's a good idea to have your computer so you can share the screen, and then we can go over certain stuff. Dude, I'm really excited.